Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I know I am about 5 minutes early, but I didn't want to wait any longer. I'm just so afraid that I am going to lose connection or power because of the ice that's out there. Okay, the trees are just like bending over with ice. So I wanted to get on and hopefully get through the video. So hop on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from and how your weather is there. Very cold here and very icy. So hopefully we get through the video or the live. Hi Rita, thank you for letting me know you're here so that I know I am on. So rosewardstampersdelight.com. We are going to go right into this. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Good morning, Stacy, and thank you. Yes, it is my birthday. So birthday plans are canceled for tonight, obviously. Was going to go to dinner, but not going out of the house today. Thank you, Susan. So I'm going to flip the camera and show you some of the birthday cards, some more birthday cards. I've been getting them for the last 2 weeks, so thank you, everyone, for whether you sent me cards or birthday wishes. Thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. So let me flip the camera so I can show you these first. Oh, and remember, today's my birthday, and I'm going to be giving this away today. I'm going to pull one lucky name. There's a couple little goodies in here. Somebody's going to get the emergency stamp kit. Hey, Meg. Yes, I'm glad you could see me. Weather's awful in Beacon. Yeah, it's bad up here, too. I guess Ulster County lost power. A lot of people are out of power, so keep your fingers crossed. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, so first, I want to give some shout outs here for some birthday wishes. Whoop. And this is from Kathleen and her husband Wayne, one of my customers and friends here. Thank you, Kathleen. Another birthday one. This is from Teresa. She is one of my team members. Thank you, Teresa. Now, I'm not calling your name, it's because if I've already gotten your cards, I've already shown those. This is from Yvette, another team member. We have an awesome team, and a shout out to Karen D, who just signed up under me yesterday. She's a new team member. Okay, and this is from Louise. Thank you so much. So Louise took the paper pumpkin this month and made it into a birthday card. Thank you. Don't send snow your way in the UK. I promise I won't. Thank you, Denise. I just saw Denise on here, I think. This is another team member. Thank you so much, Denise. I absolutely love everyone's cards. Thank you, Linda Brady. Beautiful card. This is from my friend Cookie. She loves the house mouse stamps. And you can see she did a lot of writing in there. Thank you, Dave and Cookie. Pam Irwin, thank you so much. I love this. This one's pretty cool. I like the way you did that. And this is Carol Davis. Thank you so much, Carol. Now, again, thank you, everyone, for those beautiful cards that you've been sending. I want to show you, I tell my husband, don't go out and buy me cards because they're so expensive, right? And we make cards. I tell him all the time, come down and grab a card and sign it that I've made. Diana, you're from Santa Clarita. Yes, my son is in Palmdale. He's right near you. And we've been to Santa Clarita. Hello, 63. Well, I wish I could say that. So my husband did go out and buy me a birthday card. He does it every so often, but I mean, can you believe how much they are? But I have to show this. Even though it's not handmade, does my husband know me or what? Check out that, and it's textured. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be scrapbooking this card. There's no such thing as too much sparkle. Hope your day is as fabulous as you. You are all the sparkle I need. Thank you, Reggie. Absolutely love those shoes. Again, thank you everyone for the cards. So Couple of things real quick. Like I said, I want to get through everything so we don't, in case I lose power. February's online class, Ranunculus Romance. And I will also actually be showcasing this on Monday night, YouTube Live. However, remember, the class will not be the cards that I am showing. They will be totally different cards. They are exclusive to my online class. I do not share those cards, but if you're join the class, you can share them if you want. But they are exclusive to the class. So this is Ranunculus Romance for the class, February class. The special right now that you can order is the Altogether bundle. And when you order that from me, okay, you're going to get a card kit with 3 cards in it and a tutorial video to walk you through those 3 cards. I do have some kits left. It's while supplies last, so you definitely want to get order that today so you get in on the class. I know a lot of people have asked me about this new ocean set that they've been seeing some demonstrators show already. That is a promotion. If you're a demonstrator, you can order that now. For customers, it comes out in March. I will be showing that next week. And I will have another special in March towards that bundle. But again, if you've asked me about that promotion, it is not available yet unless you're a demonstrator or unless you join Stampin' Up! Now and my team. You can get that in your starter kit, and I'd be happy to speak to you about that, okay? All right. Don't forget the Sweet Delicious Fun Fold Club that Donna Gray and myself are hosting, and the details will be below and on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. There's my February host code. Let's get started. For today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the Abstract Beauty Suite. Absolutely gorgeous papers. Love them. I will tell you this little packet here with all the little die cuts. I'm probably going to save most of those for scrapbooking. But great set. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Winnie. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes and for joining me today. So let's get started with the Abstract Beauty. So some of the cards I want to show you. Well, let's do this. I want to show you something first here. Okay, so here's the Designer Series papers, which they are 4x6s. And you know I'm going to be using only the ones with the foil side because I love them, right? And here are some of those die cuts. These I will be using probably for cards. These right here, I did use some for a card, but I got to tell you, they are perfect for scrapbooking. So you know I'm going to be doing a Scrapbook Sunday 101 on that. Of course, we have some envelopes, and we have the cards that fit in those envelopes. And you can also cut those envelopes just like the paper pumpkins and use that as Designer Series paper. And we'll see how much I get through. If I lose power, I apologize, okay? All right. So let's get started. Here's the gems, too, just so you see those. Okay, so we got these hexagon gems. So the stamp set is Hello Beautiful. The dies are to die for. This is probably my favorite. These right here are my favorite ones, and you'll see why. The hexagons and the circles are nice, but these give you some embossing. They're great. Okay. Here's the first card that I'm going to show you. And again, this is one of the cards that are with the kit already pre-made. And what I did was I used the hexagons and I cut little hexagon shapes and added some of those dies, a little bow, and some of the doodads. Hello, beautiful. So happy to know you. And then some of these little stamps. The shapes are really, really nice. The happy birthday came from Celebrating You. Okay. I know that card my husband gave me is awesome. So Celebrating You is the other stamp set that I used for this. So here's the first card. And of course, there's those little flowers. I'll have still shots on my blog later. Now, if you follow me on Facebook, you probably saw this card already. Excuse me. Let me just grab a cup of my coffee for a minute. Okay. And this is our driving by free celebration set. And here I used one of those cards, the pre-made cards, and then I cut some of that designer series paper, and I made like a mod or 60s Volkswagen bus, right? So definitely, and our gold ribbon, and there's some gold doodads. So again, you can mix and match. The next one, again, I used another one of those cards, and I wanted to try to make something like on an edge. So what I did was I took one of the hexagon shapes, and I just cut and made an edging. Can you see that? And then I put a strip here. So I made a cute little edge. And again, another free stamp set with celebration. And I don't have the name right here. So let me just tell you where they are. So don't forget, celebration ends this month. Can you believe it? The end of February. So we got Catching Butterflies and we have Driving By. Those two celebration sets. And you can get them free till the end of the month or till the supplies last. So there I just made a little edging. Something a little different. You love the van? Yeah, I know. It's cute, isn't it? Okay. Then what I did was using some Balmy Blue and our new glitter paper, which is supposed to be blue, but again, I call it iridescent. It picks up whatever color you're using. There is that circle die with some, and it's probably hard for you to see it, but it's got some indentation here, some embossing, and our gold foil paper, a thank you card. And of course the little doodads and that gold ribbon again, which is in the annual catalog. And there's just some of those little splats or shapes. Because if you watch me, you know I never put anything in the thank you card. Very seldom do I, because I like to write my own notes. What a great thank you card, right? This one might be my favorite. I'm not sure. Again, if you watched or saw or follow me on Facebook, you probably saw this one. Again, this one I cut the presents off on the top of the Volkswagen. And I made a thank you card here. And there's that other die that's with this set that it cuts it and embosses it. Thank you, Pam. Definitely share my videos, everyone. I'm getting close. And if you're watching me on YouTube, definitely follow me. Give me a thumbs up. But right now we're on Facebook because it's Friday morning. So here's a nice thank you. And I did put so happy to know you. I did put something in there. It says, aw, thanks. Now, this I want to show you. I took one of these. It doesn't matter which one. I'm just showing you. I took this card. And I don't know about you, but I have a lot of these small envelopes left from different things. So what I did with one of these cards, I folded it and I cut it. These are 6 inches long. So I cut it right in half. So I made a 3x3 card. So I made 2 cards out of 1 card. Let me show you that. So here they are. So here's the envelopes. Because I did have a lot of these little envelopes left over from other things. I took one of those cards. So remember, the card was actually like this. Flip it over. I cut it right in half. And then I added some scrap paper that I had. One of those die cuts, a thank you. Some of those little die cut hearts. Some of those hexagons. And I just made a cute, quick little thank you note in here. Now, I got to show you how I did this because this was not intentional. Okay, so when you cut these hexagons out, right? You see this right here? That's how you cut them out. There's all the holes, right? Okay, this one right here actually cuts out 2 at a time. Let me just show you. I think I got some in here. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it. So, okay, so that one right there would cut out the designer series paper and have it in 2 pieces, right? Okay. Well, when you cut these out together, like line them up, you get this piece left over that looks like this. Are you see where I'm going with this yet? Look at that. What does that look like to you? Well, I'll tell you. It looked like a martini glass to me. So I had 2 of them, and I made 2 little martini glasses down here. This calls for a celebration. Here's the die cut that comes with it. There's the little bubbles. I made some little bubbles with those doodads. My 2 martini cups and a happy birthday. Martini glasses, that's exactly what I said. So you see where the hexagon would have been right in here, right? So those little pieces are so cute because now I have some little martini glasses. We're just going to keep that over there. And I just thought that was so cute. All right, so I made those 2. Then this one, what I did was I took some regular cardstock. I layered it with designers, more cardstock, a piece of that designer series paper, and then I cut 2 holes right there. So when you look at this card, right, I guess this is a sort of a fun fold. You're not folding it, but you're opening it, and there's your card. Okay, so hello, beautiful, I miss your face. So those, I mean, I had so much fun doing this, using this stamp set. So let's see what we can play with today. All right, so I'm going to bring in some of these pieces. And let's do this one. All right, so I have some pieces here. I have some pink here. Let's go ahead. I don't have anything really planned. I just thought we would play. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that to here. So these are cards on the fly today. All right, so this would go right here. And this is going to go right on top of it, but of course it's the same size, so I have to trim this down. So I am going to trim this to 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to show you how I did that one card where I cut it out. Okay. Okay, so this is going to go just like that. Now, I have to cut through 3 layers in order to do that. So I am going to go ahead and glue this down. So I'm going to put a little glue here and a little glue here. I'm going to lay that on there. It has to go on here because I'm going to go through 3 layers. So I need to put my ribbon on first. Let's see, do I want pink or do I want gold? I'm thinking the gold. I like the gold. All right, so I'm going to add a piece of gold right here. Just cut that off. And then I'm going to layer that right on top of here. First, I'm going to make sure it's straight. Okay. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal. I'm not going to put any in the middle there. I'm going to add that right there. Okay. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to take 2 of those dies. It's a peekaboo card. That's what I'm going to call it. A peekaboo card. And I am going to use, let's see, which ones did I use for this? I used this one and this one. Okay. You can use whichever ones you want, but now remember, this is the top of your card. And you want them to go the same way, right? You could actually do it a little bit. Oh, you know what? Let's do it this way. So let me show you. This one was, you know, both in the same spot. Let's change it. Let's do it this way. Okay. That's quite all right, Angie. Okay, we are going to roll that. Once. Back. Again. Remember, it's got to go through 3 layers. Now, gently, see if it went through. If it didn't, you can flip it. And it did go through. So there we have cutouts. And look, now we have some foil. We have 3 on each one that we can play with. Hey, Karen, you missed it. I just announced you, new demonstrator, to my team. Okay, so now we have this. I'm going to bring in a piece of white. That's going to go right back there, just like that. I'm going to bring in, I'm going to use Night and Navy, I think. I don't want black. So I'm going to go ahead and very gently lay this down in case I make a mistake. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. Fold that over. Grab some stamps. Hello, beautiful. And let me just grab my... There we go. Hello, beautiful. Close that up and stamp that right in there. And then I miss your face. Or let's see. This calls, hello, beautiful. This calls for a celebration. Okay. There we go. Now when you open it, I'm going to grab the happy birthday from the Celebrating You. And I'm going to put that right here. I got a little smudge there, but no worries. I can fix that. Hello, beautiful. This calls for a celebration. Happy birthday. What do you think? Okay, so now I want to make sure that's nice and straight. We're going to do something with the front here. Okay, so I got these pieces. Taking those apart because I might be using those for something else. These are those pieces that I cut out. What I can do is make a little thing like this. Let's see, what else do we have here? I miss your face. I don't know that I'm going to use a sentiment here. Nope, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that gold one, the large gold one. I'm going to put that one right there. And then this one, let's say, this one. Okay, I'm going to just glue that down. I'm just taking those pieces that I had cut out and making something on the front here. So we'll just do this. Take this one with some dimensionals. Let me grab my dimensionals. You love it? Thanks. Okay, let's grab some dimensionals here. Doesn't have to be straight. Okay, let's see what else we want to add here. If anything, I'm not even sure. Let's see, we got these cute little guys. Let me see if I want to add any of those. I might not. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm going to take 2 of those. Lots of gold here. I kind of want those to show up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put those aside for a second. I'm going to grab a piece of paper. Remember, I'm doing this on the fly. I'm going to take those to their vellum. I'm going to grab a brush. So I'm going to grab my blending brush. I'm going to take my magenta. So this is my Magenta Madness. And I'm just going to color some of the background. So this is the back side. So now they have a little pink to them. I think they might show up better that way. Add a little bit more here. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, see the pink? Okay, so let's bring that back in. So now, yeah, it shows up a little bit nicer like that. Okay, I'm just going to put those right there. I am going to grab, again, some dimensionals. This time I'm going to grab my mini or baby dimensionals. So far, we're good. Not losing any power. I'm going to put a little dimensional. Oh. Remember, when you do dimensionals on ink, on vellum, it takes a couple of minutes to dry. This one doesn't want to, so let's just tap that off for a second, because it's still a little tacky. There we go. Okay. I'm going to add that right here. And then this one. Again, making sure that the ink is dry on that vellum. Okay. Grab that ribbon again. Just tie a little bow. Put that right there. But put it the opposite way. So that's going to go right there so it actually looks like it's tied. So this, I'm going to bring in some glue dots. I just want to fix this bow because I don't like that. It's a little raggedy there. There we go. Okay. Fluff up my bow a little bit. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I can play around with the bow later if I don't like that, which I might. And then I'm going to bring in some of those doodads. And we have the pink, we have the black. Now, the pink is pretty, but I think the black would show up better. So I'm going to go ahead with the black ones. And just add a few of those around here. And you can even just put one right in there. Now, I do have these envelopes, but these are going to be larger. So, because remember, this is a piece of regular cardstock that I used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it in. Remember that little thing I had there? Okay, we're going to fix that right now by taking this, and you'll never see it now, and just adding some splotches. Okay? What do you think? Now so there's the card, an abstract card. We're going to do the envelope. I'm going to grab some other colors. So I'm going to grab, and this one is Blushing Bride. Oh, let me bring my paper back in. I'm going to bring in this little splotchy thing. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in this little blue one with the balmy blue. And just add to the envelope. Now I have a matching yes, splotches fix everything, don't they? Now I have a matching envelope. Ta-da! Hello, beautiful. This calls for a celebration. There's another one. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, how we doing so far? Oh, it looks like I'm losing my internet. Okay. Can everybody still see me? Because it looks like I'm losing my internet now. I may not be able to get to the second card. I don't. Okay. Unfortunately, it does look like the weather is not helping, and I'm not going to get to the second card. So let's do the giveaway. Go to Stampersdelight.com for the screen for the oh, you can see me. You can, oh, I'm back. Okay, never mind. We'll do another card. Okay. I just saw the internet going in and out. So, all right, let's grab one of these. Now this is, whoop, these are all the little pieces I already cut out here. Look at all those. Okay, so all these pieces were from this that I showed you, that I cut that out. Okay. So I cut that out, and here's all the little pieces. So we're going to take this, or maybe we'll do the blue. Let's see what one we're going to do. I think pink is too pink. I want to use a different color. Let's grab one of those card bases. Ooh, let's try black. Black and pink. There's nothing like black and pink. Okay, so let's play around with these guys. Remember, I cut all of these out ahead of time. And I'm thinking, let's see. Look at that. Just throw those together. I still have some more little ones. I'm going to put those up in the corner here. Oh, thank you. This is such a fun set, though. It doesn't take much. I'm just throwing, look at, I'm going to use up all of those. What do you think? The problem is now I'm going to take them all off and forget where I had them. So ever so gently, I'm going to flip them this way. Whoop. And I just, there we go. And I'm going to flip them this way. And I'm going to say the heck with it. And let's just put them together, okay? So let's start with the larger one. I'm going to go with the next larger one. The small ones I'm going to put on with dimensionals. I'm just going to be moving these around. Okay, this one. I'd hate to not show that gold. Well, I'm going to have to because I want it to show up. There we go. Okay, this one's going to go right here. All right, let's do some dimensionals now. Okay, let's put that gold one there. All right, let's grab some dimensionals and work with that, which should be on my table, which I've already lost, right? Okay, where did you go, dimensionals? There you are. Okay, so let's grab some of those. These two had a little glue on them. Go ahead and put that pink one right there. And you can see I'm just putting them wherever I feel like it. There's another large one. I think I'll put that one right there. I'm going to use a dimensional on that one too, I think. Black is always good. Yeah, everything goes well with black, right? Okay. Now I still have some little ones, so I think I'm going to put that little one right there. Again, I'm going to use a dimensional. Look at that. a little display there. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to bring in the dies. That's what I want to bring in. Okay, so I am going to bring in the circle, the large circle, and this one, and see what we can do with this. Okay, so let's grab some cardstock here. I think I'm going to grab, it's got a little bit of Just Jade in it. Let me grab a little piece of Just Jade, I think. I think I'm going to use that. I'm going to run this through the die cutting machine, just like that. And I'm going to do that to the side since everything is on top of it right now. Not sure I'm going to use it that way, but we're going to try it. I want to grab some other colors other than the pink and black. I also want to show you how these dies look because they're so great. Okay, so this is the die now. That can go. See, I'm going to cover up some of those, but that's all right. I'm just going to cover up that pink one anyway. This one, I'm going to go ahead and cut out in white. Because I can stamp my sentiment on that. So you can see this has that image on it, embossed edge. Okay. Remember, abstract. I'm going to make this one a thank you. I'm going to bring in my Just Jade. I'm going to put in thank you. Let me just see that little one. I think that's, is that one? Yeah, I think I'm going to use the littler one. So guess what? I'm just going to cut it out right here. I'm going to take that large one. I want the smaller one. And that should fit right in there. But at least you got to see the larger one. Okay, so there was the larger one. I just cut that out. I'm sure I can use that for something else, right? There's the smaller one. Yeah, I like the smaller one better. And that's going to go right there. Just going to glue that down because remember, this is on dimensionals. And then with the Just Jade, I am going to add some of those up here. And with the pink, I'm going to add some of those right here. Oh, I didn't even glue that down. I thought I did. Okay, so let's glue it down now. Remember, I'm going to cover up that pink one. I don't want to say we don't care about that pink one, but it doesn't have any gold in it. I'm just going to do that. And there I have a quick thank you card with all those pieces. And really, all you have to do is use all your leftover pieces. And here's the envelope it goes in. Now, again, what I can do here is take the shapes, Just Jade, stamp that off a couple of times. So I'm just getting those splotches. Since I already have this in the pink, the magenta, I will, let's see, do I want to use magenta or night and navy? Let's see, what else do we have here? Maybe the light blue. Let's see. No, I'll go with the Blushing Bride. And just add some splotches there. Like that. And you've got a little bit of an inside. There you go. Yeah, the smaller one is better. Yep, I agree. And now we have a thank you card with all those little pieces. I still have some little pieces left, so I'm sure I'll be playing with them, including my little martini glass that I have left. Let me just see if, give me 1 second, and let's just do this. Okay, let's see. I'm going to take this and show you, if I can, how I made those martini glasses. Okay, let me just grab this. Okay, so you see how these were cut out? And then let me just show you. I'm just going to cut it instead of cutting some more. Okay, let me grab my scissors. You can snip that, snip that. And you see the start of that martini cup. Oop, I flipped the camera the wrong way. I lost you. No. Okay, sorry about that. You can hear me, but we lost the... Okay, so we lost the connection. So you didn't see that, how I cut out the martini. Let's try this. Can you see? I'm not sure if you can see me. It's a podcast now. Okay, sorry about that. So we do have an internet connection. You can only hear me. Stamping by Radio podcast. Thank goodness we did get through what we needed to get through. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Go to Stampersdelight.com and you'll see all the finished cards. Everybody stay safe in this ice storm, okay? I'm back. You can see me, but you can't see my my video. Let me say. You can see me, but you can't see stamping, right? Yay, yay. This is kind of fun, actually. It's like snow days at school, right? All right. So let's end with the winner of my emergency kit, okay? So I have everybody's name in this cup. Okay, little papers in here. Oop. Let me just pull it out because I just grabbed it, and I'm going to open this up. You see me opening it up, and this, I just dropped it in water too. All right. It's going to be one of those days. So this is the paper I just pulled, and then I dropped it in my water. So the winner, the wet winner of the bag is Susan. And Susan, I know I'm not going to be able to say your name right. Tabacanak. You know who you are, Susan. I know you just moved to Florida. Send me your address. Susan, you won the emergency stamp kit, or emergency stamp pouch with some goodies in it. Okay? Everyone stay safe this weekend. See you Monday night on YouTube. Until then, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.